Hello, besties! This is the Weekly Chronicle, where we chronicle our journey through the books we've read, the shows we've watched, and the worlds we've spiraled into. I'm Tabatha.
And I'm Sharilyn. Grab a beverage and let's get booking with the besties. Cheers! Alright, Tabatha, tell me what you've been reading this week.
Oh, not much. Not much at all.
And why is that? Pray tell.
Well, I did have my birthday, so there was that.
Woo! Happy
So
birthday!
we did stuff. Scott gave me a 2-day birthday celebration, so
that's
we
so
went
sweet.
we went to the movies. We'll get to what we saw in the what we watched section.
Yeah. You'll find out. Stay tuned.
But yeah, we had some good media days, so I'll have some good stuff to talk about in the media section.
Yeah.
So had that, and then, just time.
I just happened to know that one book really caught your fancy this month.
Oh, it really did. Mm-hmm. It really did. So before we get to that book, let's get to the other one. Because I needed something on the drive home yesterday. So I started up the 13th Child. I'm only 2 hours into this, so this is a currently in progress book. This is a YA romantasy. However, I was getting feelings that are similar to like Once Upon a Broken Heart. The writing style is very similar to Stephanie Garber. And I love her writing style. So I'm very excited about this. It's very fairy tale-esque so far.
Okay, nice.
There has been no hint of romance.
Perfect. Love it.
So we'll see. Like, it may shift at that point, depending. But I really like that our main character, instead of it focusing on a self-discovery kind of journey, it's more focused on, she's the 13th child. She's the last one in her family. So, like, she is... And they only wanted 12. Only wanted 12. For some reason, 13 was, like, way over the line.
Only 12.
So, yeah.
Bonus.
So she is very neglected. Almost like a Cinderella type thing.
Okay.
So she has, like, that kind of a starting journey. And she loves herself. She has enough self-love.
Oh, good.
But
that's nice.
She doesn't feel love from anybody else. And
so
it's so sad, and she's so precious and sweet. And they do a really good job of making her very likable. She doesn't resent her siblings or anything like that. She resents her parents a little bit, and I'm not used to seeing, like, direct parents as the...
Well, yeah, because they're usually dead.
It's true. It's true. Because usually
Tell me I'm wrong.
Usually it's like an evil stepmom or something. But it's actually like her own parents are just super neglectful. And now she's going with, I think it was like the god of death. It's very much starting that.
Okay.
Where they bargained with death when she was born to, like, give her to him.
Oh, rude.
And then now she's going to go live with him. And so that'll be interesting. But she's also like 12 years old, so it's not like a...
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's not...
So maybe there'll be a time jump?
I really hope it's not her and death being the thing, because he's like an old man and supposed to be like her godfather.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm assuming it's going to be someone else.
Let's not ruin that for anyone.
Yeah. Assuming that's going to be someone else that comes in. But you'll know if I DNF it real quick.
Yeah. That'll be a big flag there.
Yeah, so we'll see. But so far, I'm really enjoying this one.
Nice.
Before we get into the one that sucked both of our lives apart, do you have any others?
Sucked them apart. Those are words.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm currently, reading Drop of Corruption. I'm halfway through at this point, and
you are now
farther than you
because I have not progressed.
You stopped reading this
so
one
now you're
to
winning.
read something else, yeah. Except I stopped this one to read the other book, but you're farther in that book, so you'll get back to this before I will. We'll find out who wins next week
because it's a competition.
But yeah, loving Robert Jackson Bennett's writing.
Yes,
he is so wacky creative. I love the weird ideas that he like. Reading this is
brilliant.
It's one of those books of just like, who comes up with that? Like, in a good way. It's so trippy, so fantastic. We're getting more world building, kind of learning more about what's happening. Of course, the mystery is just as zany as ever. And I was thinking about this. I'm like, his mysteries are just so out of pocket because his characters and his world, like, he makes the rules, so he can, have these crazy mysteries that are like, we would think unsolvable, except that they're good at what they do, so they're clearly solvable. But the ideas he comes up with, it's not possible in the real world, but that's fine because it's fantasy and he makes the rules. So he has just such good ideas and good twists and then like overarching plot. Anyway, so I love it. Love it. So it's really unfortunate that it's happening at the same time as another book that I loved even more.
Oh, I feel so bad for this series because
we're what's your take on this?
Because
happening at this time in space.
Because you had the first book as your book of the month 1 month, right?
Yes, I think
but it was the month I finished Sword of Kaigen.
Yeah, I think it was January.
Yeah,
I had.
I think you had already finished this in December.
It was a.
You
December
finished Sword
to
of
January.
Kaigen. You'd finished Sword of Kaigen in December, I think.
No, I think I read them both in January.
Oh, and you chose that over Sword of Kaigen.
Yes. Yeah, because I'm such a mystery person.
Sword of Kaigen, though.
Tainted Cup
Yeah.
as my favorite book in January, and you picked Sword of Kaigen.
Yes.
So now here we are reading this one,
and there's one that's just and we'll get to it, but there's one that there's just no way it's not going to be the book of the month.
It is both of our book of the month. It's signed, sealed, delivered. So it's unfortunate for this book
because it's still going to be a 5-star.
Oh yeah, it's still amazing. Like it's not a favorite. But what it's competing with this month, we'll get there.
This is going to be in both of our top 10 series of like all time.
Yes.
And it's so unfortunate that neither books have made it to the book of the month for me.
Yeah. And then this one, it's not suffering from any sort of like sequel, middle book, whatever. I don't know how many books he has planned. I
think
but
3.
Is it going to be?
I think it's a trilogy.
3's a good number. But chef's kiss. Very, very lovely. And then before we get to also halfway through Royal Assassin, which is the book 2 in the Farseer trilogy of From
What
the
banger
Elderlings.
books.
Yes
I say having not read any Robin Hobb, but I know that it's going to be a banger.
Them. She will love them.
I will.
As George R. R. Martin says on the back of this one, in today's crowded fantasy market, Robin Hobb's books are like diamonds in a sea of zircons. It's so I love her storytelling and her characters and how just the depth and the intimacy you get with the character and the
lots of words being used.
There's just so many words.
You're so descriptive.
It's my finer quality. This is the one. No, but
you're also trying to not spoil anything.
I'm trying not to spoil anything for her. And it's book 2. Like, I can't really get into it's getting deeper in our character and what's going on in the world. And it's lovely.
Any cool themes or anything to look at in that one?
Probably. My brain is I've mostly just been eating it up for the story and the character. Like, she does the characters, like... So there have been themes, and I'm like things will get said, and I'll be like, oh, that's really good, and then I'll forget. So there are good in there. But you're driving, listening to the audiobook, so I can't make a note.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it's lovely. I need you to read these.
Oh, I will.
Eventually.
I've said for years.
The fact that I'm reading this before you is absurd.
I know. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll get her there. One day. Mm-hmm. So this brings us to the book that has completely taken over our lives.
Mm-hmm. See, the problem is, 1, it's only physical right now.
And electronic. But yeah, not audio.
Right. And 2, it's the kind of book that you want to savor. You want to
devour it, but you also want to savor it. So we're like fighting between how fast can I read this, and I need to spend as much time with this as possible.
Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1, Discovery.
By J.A.J. Minton, also known as Talking Story here in the internet. Oh my gosh.
In this here YouTubes.
I am speechless. No, you go first. You go first. You started it first, and then because...
Well, I got to speak a lot on it last week.
That's true.
But I am on Act 5. I'm about to start Act 5. No, I'm almost done with Act 4. Okay. So I've got less than 100 pages left to go.
I am partway through Act 2. This much left in Act 2.
So you're like almost halfway.
I'm almost halfway through the book.
Yeah, it's so good. There's so many. I'm at the point where like so many connections have happened. You've even gotten some connections that have happened.
Oh my gosh, the way they laid out this story and elements, and then as things start to come together, and you get like,
mm-hmm.
Oh, I had a gasp, screaming moment. I was texting her. I was like, oh, this, and she was like, yes.
Yes. I love how there were some tropes we just discussed that were like some of our favorites, and before we even like started reading these, and
yeah, I was noticing some of those too, and I was like, it's happening. Oh my gosh. But there was a thought I had. There are so many thoughts I've had. What am I saying?
While you're thinking your thought, one thing I really noticed was like with a lot of the connections, there's also lots of themes of like generational trauma. Ooh. And you're even in that section where I started noticing that generational trauma, because it wasn't just those characters in Act 2, but it's also the characters that are in Act 1 and the intermissions. Like those characters also have lots of like generational trauma.
Yes. Nom nom nom. My words. I can't do it justice. I'm in love. But this one, it's another of those, like, who comes up with this? But this is like an even like step beyond the crazy and Drop of Corruption.
Even though Drop of Corruption is going to be 5 stars.
Yes.
Still going to be 5 stars.
It's just like
this
a
is
next
like
level of
life-changing level of book.
Yeah, it's just who comes up with that, and it's these 3 right here. But wow, I can't do justice.
There's also strong themes of like how we're all connected. I love that.
Yeah.
And the building, like a lot of how problems are being solved or how they want problems to be solved is going to be through connections. And you've definitely seen that already where you're at for sure. And I love that. It's very hopeful, but also it's very bleak at the same time. There's
that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's the way I can eat up bleak, is when there's that element of hope. Yes. I really love they include lots of, I don't know if epistolary is the right. Yeah. With like letters and journal entries and articles. You
can also say mixed media.
Yeah, I was wondering it's all the same paper, but it's like my brain.
I think epistolary works. Both of them work.
Yeah, both of them. But yeah, the way they tell the story, it very much feels like, I was thinking of that it feels like they found all these pieces and are connecting them together, telling the story of like how all of this goes together, how this makes sense, how we got here. And
it's so beautifully crafted.
It is.
Every single sentence, like there are times where I have to pause, and this is what's taking so long, is I have to pause and I really appreciate a sentence. And I love when that happens in a book. When you can just sit there.
Yeah, that feels so good.
And also appreciate the themes. I started doing like a little book journal thing. I got the idea for how I'm formatting my reading journal from Joanna Reed's. I'll link her video down in the description. But I love that it's focused on like content versus aesthetically pleasing. I've tried so many times to do an aesthetically pleasing reading journal, and I suck at it.
Make it look pretty. You spend so much time making it look pretty, and then you're like exhausted and can't even write anything in it.
So I love that it's just like a brain dump, and then you've got the margins on the side where you're putting down like, oh, what is this for? Is this for tone? Is this for theme?
Okay, yeah.
Watch her video. It's fantastic. You too. Click in that.
Yes, ma'am.
I love how she did that. So if you're also like, I want to do a reading journal, but I don't want to like draw out all the stars that you have to fill out and all the bookshelves and stuff, even though that's like kind of fun too, but I am not aesthetic enough for that. So I love her reading journal style. So I've been doing that with this, like every act or every intermission.
Okay, yeah. Just kind of brain dump.
And it showed me how layered this is. Because like as you're sitting there trying to explain, and I started it in Act 2, actually, is weird when I started doing that. Okay. And I was like, how do you explain what's going on? Like, how do I write down what's going on in there? Oh, this is going on. Oh, wait, but this is also going on. There's so many layers and complexities to each section in here that it's not just surface level. If you just spend that time to look at the surface level, there's still fantastic stuff. But you can go so deep into like every little thing in this. So it's a masterpiece.
It really is. Yeah, it very much, you can tell how much love and care went into this book. And this, like, it's a book written by readers. Like, they know what gets a reader excited because they are readers. And so they took so much care, paid so much attention, put so much thought into crafting this story. And, it shows. It shows! So, big amount of
I think they said they spent 3 years on this. So like that's a lot of time and that's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And it paid off.
It shows.
Damn. It shows that they cared.
it means so much to, and we got to watch the release party video, live stream, and just to see their excitement, and then all of the people that they brought in when working on this book, because they are dedicated to creating something that is as high quality and beautiful as possible. They were very, very intentional building this book. And and you're gonna hear us gush about it again next week, because and that also we'll never stop, because there will be more.
But we're still working on it, so we'll also be talking about it a bit more next week and how it pays off, and then when it inevitably is on both of our book of the month. I feel bad for any other books we read this month.
Man, I can't wait to see where this is going. And it's going to be multiple books. Do we know how many yet?
5.
Okay, I was thinking 5. Nice. An apocalypse in 5 acts, but also 5 books, because there's 5 acts in here. Anyway, oh man, I just am floored. Yeah.
It's nice when you're like really hyped about a book and then it pays off.
Yes, because we were so excited for them. And just everything we'd heard about the book. Like we knew that it was going to be good, but we didn't know how good. And we still don't know, because there's more to come.
Hey, I'm mostly done.
Yes. But
and I think I was right where you were last week.
Yeah.
So
that's really funny. But oh man, I love it.
Excellent. So that is the first book. We will also be continuing next week.
Yes.
So other books that we will be continuing. Drop of Corruption.
None of these, I have not finished a book this week. I'll be finishing all of these. That's true.
I haven't finished a book either. I don't remember the last week I haven't finished a book. That's crazy.
Yeah. Damn.
And I haven't even worked on this one this week. I did work on it.
Touched it.
I worked on it last week. So it's in progress, and I should be able to finish that one. And then this one is a hopeful.
Yes. Same.
Hopeful, and I'm hoping to get to it sooner rather than later, so I don't have to reread the first 20%. Because it's very good, and I would reread it, but hopefully I won't have to. And then the last one that we're both hoping to get to, is The Devils. This would be our first Joe Abercrombie book. So, exciting.
It's a place to start.
It is. Who knows if it's the place to start? Probably.
It will be our place to start. So yeah, hopefully we finish the books we're currently on so that we can get to those.
Yes. And then, what have we watched?
Nothing.
You've watched nothing? Really?
No, I don't think... I mean, we've had like Big Bang Theory going in the background. That's just kind of our
Black Clover,
sitcom choice right now.
With that one?
I think we did watch a little more after.
Assuming still loving it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, we haven't really dedicated much time to it this week because I've been so focused on my books. And we also had so many errands we were running. Oh my gosh. I got new bookshelves. I'm so excited. So eventually, y'all will get to see those.
Yes.
But yeah, so we did, have to deal with furniture and shopping and setting up and stuff. So that took up an evening. Yeah, I haven't really watched anything this week. Definitely no movies because I barely touch movies.
Yeah, we watch more movies than we watch shows. We watched Sinners, which was fantastic.
Really?
Yes. It was very, very good.
Okay.
I would recommend, if you don't know anything, to go in blind.
Okay.
And just know that it's set in the South during the Jim Crow era.
Okay.
And it is a horror movie.
Yes. There's one thing... Wait.
It's not a slasher.
It looks kind of from the trailer. I have seen the trailers, but even from the trailers, I can't tell what's going on.
I don't know. It could be... I don't know if it's defined as a slasher or not. There's not, like, one specific serial killer, so...
It's just violent.
There's some violence. It is definitely rated R for sure. Very good. I loved it. I loved that movie. It was a fantastic movie. I didn't expect the great music that was also in there.
Oh, cool.
So, something to know. You can know that. Just don't know the other thing. The thing that I knew going in, and if you know, you know.
I think I was talking with you and Scott about it a few weeks ago, in that we couldn't figure out the conversation. I think we had a conversation about it a few weeks ago, and we couldn't figure out one thing. Like, I thought one thing, y'all might have thought another.
Yeah. And that's an interesting conversation on what
the answer is.
What the answer to the question you just asked me was. I have a really good conversation. Like, Scott and I had a very good conversation about that, actually, on our way home.
Oh, interesting.
So, we will... if you ever see that movie, which hopefully, I don't know if you,
I don't know. I might.
maybe when it comes out on,
Maybe, yeah.
streaming.
On streaming, yeah. I don't know if
Very good
Jose
movie.
wants to see it in theaters or it wants to wait for it. He's more the movie person. So if we see anything in the theater, it's
definitely
because he
better
wants to.
than Monkey. So
Anything is better than the monkey.
I would recommend to see it in theaters because one, it's a very good movie, and the music is fantastic, and that's really good to have that level. But also because it is a diverse movie, it's helpful to support that and make sure that people know that that's a good thing to keep doing in movies. So I think it's a good one to see in theaters while it's still there.
Okay.
If you choose to.
Yeah.
Nice little movie date.
See if Jose wants to.
Yeah. And if you wanna do a double date, I'd be down to see it again. I don't know if Scott would, but then I'll just be a third wheel.
Just volunteer. Or if he doesn't want to see it, we can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll go on a date. So what other movie did y'all watch this week?
I don't know if we watched another movie.
Oh, you said y'all had 2 media days?
We had a lot of Expedition 33, and I forgot to mention
Oh, that's a game.
Yes.
Am I right to do this?
Yeah,
Okay,
cool. You are correct.
Controller.
I forgot to mention
I was
that.
like, more computer.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing it on the computer, but he put it downstairs. He's got like a home PC thing set up.
Sweet.
Yeah, so he's playing it down there, and it's very interesting. I really like it's like French apocalypse event has happened. They do have like the white and black striped shirts.
I'm so sorry.
And it's like an apocalypse event has happened where there's this countdown, and
I just remember I did that, and they were on the live stream party. They started talking about their trip to France.
oh, I was wondering why you just did that. I was like,
Well, I
okay,
did it because
anyway.
and apocalypse, French apocalypse. But then I remembered that they were talking about their trip to France.
That's funny.
So it just got better and better. Anyway, the tall one is looking at us.
Do you want to go see Sinners again? So we have our answer, and it is no.
Cool. I'll see what Jose says. Hang on, let me text him right now, and if I get a response by the end of this video, we'll see what our plan is. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. He's gonna be like, what? Are you filming? I'm like, yes, that's the point.
Answer the question.
Answer the question. Okay. So you played.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
And it's like French.
He is interested in seeing the movie.
Give me my packages.
This is just real at this point. This is just how. It's just arm. And cat. What did we get? I always say we. Anything happens in this house, and I'm like, she also got new bookshelves, and I was like, we got new bookshelves? Little baby. What? All right. What did we get? You can't just open that in front of us and then not tell us.
I was looking into like literary theory the other day, and some people were saying like that these were really good books, and they're from Oxford, and there's they're very short introductions, as you can see. They're also very short. So this is on literary theory. This one's on short story. And I was thinking about this one a lot because Discovery actually makes me want to read H.P. Lovecraft. And
me too.
I found that on Kindle.
Yeah, Lovecraftian elements, if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. And so I was thinking this would be a fun way to like read this, because I don't really read a lot of short stories. So this would be cool to see like how to analyze short stories and stuff like that. And then this one's just called Reading, a very short introduction. So
it's the alphabet.
I love stuff on that. So
it's breaking down a sentence. An introduction to reading.
Well, these go like a little.
Phonetics.
These go a little deeper than that. Obviously not super much deeper because they're very small. But a lot of people were recommending this as like really good surface level things, and they have literally hundreds of these based on like a ton of different topics.
Oh, that's
They have one for like horror, and they have one for like a ton of different subgenres too. And I was like, let me just start with a couple and see how that goes.
Give them all to me.
Mid-video book haul here.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see what Jose said. His parents liked it.
Oh.
I didn't know they went to see it.
Cool.
Okay. Well, so we may have a movie date next. Well, I guess, actually, if you want a third wheel.
I mean, you guys can just go too. just over there with my popcorn.
Right, yeah. Actually, he would be third wheeling. Be like, oh yeah, look at you. And he's just chilling. Just minding his own business.
Oh, enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Expedition
Cool, so it
33.
sounds like I might see that. Okay. Yes. Expedition 33, the French Apocalypse video games.
It's very stylish. It's so stylistic.
Stylish?
Yes.
It's got French. Oh.
Well, the enemy, I don't know if it's an enemy. I have theories. But the enemy is the paintress. And so, yeah, right? And there's flowers, like you start the game and there's just like flowers everywhere. It's gorgeous. You and Jose should play this together, okay?
What did you call it? Let me see. If
Expedition 33, he'll know what it is. It is like the most popular video game right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Well, we'll let you know. But it's got a really good, interesting story, and yeah.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if he's like, doesn't sound interesting. If he has like a hot take of, nah, fam, not for me.
That'd be so funny. Mm-hmm. He'd be the only one on the internet.
For now.
This will be our most commented video, and everybody will be like, I hate Expedition 33.
Let's see. He told me about it last night. This is awkward.
That's so funny.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Love that. Love that for us. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. He's like, I already told you about this. What do you mean? He's like, you never listen to me, but you listen to your friends. Like, so anyway. Cool. There's one other thing. One other thing that's semi-related to everything is that my dad is one of our biggest fans. And he texted me.
Hi, Sharilyn's dad.
Hi. I convinced my family to read Red Rising because I love it. And I had dinner with them shortly after our Red Rising video came out. And so I was still gushing about it and telling them all the things. I was like, you have to read it. Here's the books. So my dad is reading it now. And he sent me a picture yesterday. He was so cute. He's like, I got my beverage and my bestie. And there was a picture of him with his cat and the book. And I was like, I did it. I've arrived. I have achieved. I've done all the things. I'm good. I'm good for life. That made me happy.
That's such a wholesome moment.
It really is. So yes, my dad is reading Red Rising now. He texted me. He was like, oh, I got to this part. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a bummer. He's like, I didn't need it to happen. I was like, yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for more of my dad's thoughts on Red Rising. This is also his weekly update. I'll keep you posted on where he's at.
Amazing.
Yes, but I love. How's your grandma enjoying Dawn?
She read it.
What did she
liked
think
it
of
a lot.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Is she gonna read the next book with you?
No, I don't know with me, but she's probably gonna read it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just
I know she wants to read The Grace of Kings, but she thought it was time traveling, and I was like, that is not what I meant. It's time jumps, because they're going forward in time.
Oh wait, was that her comment?
Yes, that was her.
That was your grandma.
That was my grandma.
I saw that.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, we've misled a random human on the internet. It's her grandma.
Yeah.
Cool.
We have misled my grandma.
Hi, grandma.
Hi, Graham. Hi, Sharilyn's dad.
This is just us talking to our families at this point. Everyone else is along for the ride. At the time of filming, it's evening, and we've had so much caffeine, and it's been a day. This is us spiraling out of control.
It is.
So I think we have we covered?
I think we've covered everything. Yeah, I think we're good. We've
done enough damage.
We've done a book haul.
We had a book haul. We've texted my husband. We've included all the elements that were not originally planned for this at all whatsoever. So I think we clearly need more caffeine.
Yes.
Let
us know what you guys are reading, and if you're not feeling chatty, leave us a snail for the French apocalypse.
All right, besties. Thanks for joining us on our weekly chronicle. Our scrolls are sealed for now, and the tale continues next week. Until then, read bravely, binge boldly, and don't forget your brew. Cheers. Besties!